button pressed.
Liz, do you want to
do the
do you
countdown
want
this
to
week?
clap us in? Count us
I
in.
will. I'm just trying to brain.
You got it.
Shaped resets. Long rest. Okay, and then natural recovery. 2 spell slots. Listen, 6 level. Okay, fine. I'll just give her back 2 of her second levels. Well, first levels. Brain. Cool.
You got
Excellent.
this.
I'm ready.
It's good.
Okay. Gonna count us in from 3. Sorry, just with Lewis's. Gonna count us in
Oh,
from
I didn't
3.
see it. Hang on.
We have maps, unfortunate.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Do not hear any claps, and I'm just gonna assume that's
I'm
fine.
gonna
That
assume
sounded
that's
to
me.
me.
All in
That's
sync.
good.
We're great.
Yeah, we're good.
We're getting real good at this, guys.
Nice.
Anyway.
Oh, shit, that sure fucking was a clap. Okay.
What fucking? I have a very important episode. What fucking episode are we on? We're on session 7. Okay.
Session 7.
Food.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Oddyssey. We're up to session 7, which is the longest long campaign I've ever actually done by more than double. This is fucking astounding. Hello, I am Kai, your DM, and playing multiple NPCs. I have regrets. Would our wonderful players please introduce themselves, starting from the top?
Yeah, hello, I'm Jay. I'll be playing Francesca Elizabeth Steinbeck, also known as Frankie. She's one of them she-theys.
One of them funky
Finally got one of them she-theys.
Finally got one of
Gotta
them
get one of them
she-theys.
she days.
You got them on she days.
Hi, I'm Mock. I'm playing Biff Hitley. She is here. She's large.
Same joke every time.
And we love her.
Every time. I have to do it every time.
I put effort into coming up with new
What
ones.
else will I say? What else can I say about her? That she's horrified by the
big.
turn of events? She's like mildly inconvenienced right now.
People are dead, Biff.
We'll get to her. We'll get through to her someday.
Biff has picked up everyone and has moved them away from that.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Liz. I am playing Miss Foam, who has a limited amount of time on her wild shape as a lizard, but she's still not letting it go. Please excuse my voice. My body is rioting, but I am union busting my illness.
And I'm Snail. I'm playing Tsugi, and he doesn't really understand why y'all are freaking out. Yeah, he freaked out a little bit, but come on, guys, he's totally fine. Let's just put him at the forefront of another battle so that he can sacrifice himself for y'all.
The pinnacle of mental health.
Tsugi, I just would like to remind you, you almost fell into the dip too. Not
I
only
don't
that,
know what you're talking about.
you almost went diving into the dip because you thought there was gold at the bottom.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard such wild accusations in my life. Voice from the void, and you'd better shut up. 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 Shut up.
Glad to see we are starting strong.
This is what Tsugi has been doing for the entirety of the short rest that we just took.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Whenever
100%.
anyone tries to talk to him, just shut up, shut up, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Don't talk to me.
So yeah, everyone has had a short rest. You've recovered a couple of hit points. Everyone, like, people get spell slots back. I actually just realized my NPCs get spell slots back. I need.
Oh, thank God.
Have fun.
Oh, thank God, finally some useful powers.
Good news is, Doctors Buffin and Weird I can actually cast some fucking magic yet again.
Hooray.
On the other hand, y'all have just been hanging out in the greenhouse during all this. Has there been any exciting conversation going on while you rest?
I just want to say, so that we don't forget, Lockie is also here.
Yes, Lockie is also here.
Lockie is sitting in the corner and sulking. 'Cause
Lockie
y'all
doesn't get
forgot
any
him.
spell slots back, but like, he's
He is
also
sulking.
here, just for the record.
I know.
Just so we have a record.
Yeah, no, Lockie is here. He's sitting in the corner and sulking because you forgot him before. He's very much grumbling. I think he's probably stolen a lot of leaves from the shiny tree.
He's just grumbling. He's climbed up the tree. He's just grumbling and picking leaves off.
Pretty much.
Yeah, all Tsugi has done is the moment somebody tried to interact with him, say shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. and fed Noko and watered the daffodil. That's all he's done for an entire hour.
And look after the snake.
It's
I'm
excellent.
glad that the snake has been looked after.
Farewell to Miss Phone's wild shape that has gone because short rests are an hour. So you now have
Bye.
little mounds now.
My
Aw.
favorite square.
I'm
The
so
most
glad
excellent of
Biff is
squares.
just not affected by this.
No.
It makes me so happy.
Our Felix Colgrave monstrosity has returned and we love her.
Yay!
We really do.
Yeah, I
Biff
kind
Biff
of.
is kind of lost at this point. Biff is like, so, it's like after you guys have been sitting around for like an hour, Biff is just like, so,
Shut up, 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 shut up.
are we gonna...
Shut up, 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 shut up.
What are you trying to say, Biff, darling? Speak to
Like,
me.
go somewhere?
Yes,
do
yes, I suppose
anything?
we should. We should all maybe pull ourselves together a little bit and push on through. Yes, everybody on board.
Mm.
I'm going to
There's
take that
one
deafening
more.
silence as a yes.
Well, it's not like we really get much of a choice when it comes to this anymore.
Exactly. It's like extremely happy. This is Frankie's just got decided like put happy face on. This is gonna be fine. Push through it
Her eye twitches once.
a little bit. She's doing great. She's fine. But yeah. So we've done all of the other corridors. We have one left. Presumably there will be other patterns, possibly another giant golden statue of some sort for us. Oh, there will definitely be another one of these things, and she'll wave the. I think what one she's got. She's got like the
You had the music note one.
the
didn't
music
you?
note. Yeah. And so yes, come on. And she's while she's talking, she'll be just sort of like slightly cheering everybody along, not actually touching anybody, but just sort of like walking around the group and just sort of like, it's like, towards the door, off we go. But as we sit here, we stay in our sadness and misery, we're all just gonna dissolve. And I can't handle that.
Okay.
Tsugi does silently get up, but he's not talking to anybody. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Bad choice of words, though. Dissolve, don't say that.
Oh. I wasn't meant to be saying that out loud, but I think it should be, because that's fucking
Doesn't have
awful.
to be. I'm just...
Hey,
She would, though, is the thing. She would.
As you guys are going out, Lockie, who we established was up the tree, I guess. He's like, hey, oi, get on. You are not leaving me trapped here again. There's not going to, like, I have been stuck in this place for too long. You are not forgetting me again.
Just walks over and just, like, picks Lockie up in one hand. Like a stress toy.
Yeah.
Just puts him on the ground.
What?
Thank you.
It's like, we're not gonna forget. We're not gonna forget Lucky this time. It's fine.
You better fucking not.
We did almost just leave him behind again.
Yeah.
Okay, generally my assumption is that our NPCs are with us unless stated otherwise.
Yeah, unless it's funny.
Admittedly,
Yeah.
just,
Unless it's funny.
to be
Or
fair,
unless we forget about them.
yeah, no, to be fair, session 5, just straight up forgetting Lockie. My bad, but also that was hilarious.
It's funny.
It was per funny. So we're moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the fire corridor look like? I will say, just again, Frankie is going to walk very quickly past the main corridor. No, we're not looking in there.
Well, the
It's
good
fine.
news is you don't even need to go actually into the main room again, because you can just go immediately up the stairs
Oh, thank
that
goodness.
are to the right as you exit the Earth corridor. So upstairs, up into the fire corridor, and this one is filled with diagrams and prototypes in particular. So it's mostly revolving around how each of the automatons are powered. So obviously it's clockwork, but there's lots of different ways you can make clockwork work. Are you talking about springs? Are you talking about counterweights? Are you talking about like magical stored things? Because like there's some stuff there that looks very much like bottle lightning, and you can definitely see Dr. Boffin leaning in, just going ooh at that one, and like doing a little bit of wanting to reach out to touch before Dr. Weird just kind of like, sir, no.
It's like, no.
No.
So like it's all very much about how all the various automatons that you've already seen do tend to work. There's lots of little notes about how magic gets mixed into all of this, but it's nothing. There's nothing quite concrete enough that you would be able to take these notes and copy them and make your own. It's more just kind of, yes, we came to this, and there's like
These are
this,
principles.
basically step 1, step 2, step 3, question mark, step 4, like step 6, professor.
So these are like basically illustrating like the principles of how it goes without like showing exactly how.
Pretty much.
Because you're not gonna like display all of that on it. Partly because it'd probably be too complicated to make for a good display. That does kind of make sense because this is what's in this corridor. If we're talking about like what everything else, because everywhere else seems to also have had a theme, like with the Earth corridor, it was like raw materials and like substance and stuff. So if we're looking in fire, it's like, oh, spark of life, how it actually like operates and stuff. So
every single one of the corridors have been specifically themed about what the element that they're representing has to do with various life. So correct.
yay!
Ding, 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 ding.
We did a smart thing. We thought a smart thing. Na 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 na.
You also got a 7.
Yeah. So
What was that 7
Yeah,
for?
shut up.
And a 3.
We are currently rolling perception.
Okay,
and-
let's all do that.
Okay,
must
well,
be- So we went through we had like the wind, we had the bunch of rocks, we got the
Water corridor.
NPCs are going to go with passive perception because I can't be asked rolling them.
Yep.
So-
it's fair.
So this must be the heart room.
I mean,
Yeah, not far off.
yeah. It's like, well, going off the descriptions that you had for the other ones, yes, I reckon you are quite correct, Miss Biff.
Frankie's
Biff looks so
actively
excited to have got it right.
Frankie is actively taking notes, by the way, especially on anything that looks like it's powered by like bottled lightning or electricity.
So, yeah. All right. Biff and Tsugi, you don't notice anything other than what I've already said. Ms. Foam with that 13.
No, I got the 13.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Ms. Foam actually sees stuff.
Yeah, I got you the wrong way around. You're both purple, therefore I'm going to get you confused.
Yeah.
Frankie, as you were looking around with that 13, you do actually get a good look, and you get to the point of even being able to very easily match up which of the power sources tend to match up with which of the automatons that you've seen so far. Because yes, you have had the scribe that you saw before, you have the, and like the scribe looks like it's going to be wound off a spring. However, it does seem to also have a magical trigger. That giant, the giant that was in the air corridor looks like that was going to be counterweights and everything. And going for the size of it, all the automatons that you saw in the atrium and everything, they're probably spring-based as well. Although, yeah, you're not quite sure, maybe being mixed with... You get a fair bit of knowledge from that. Keep that in mind, add that to your notes, because that is something that may potentially help you later on.
Oh, okay.
And spring-based?
Yeah, Ms. Foam, with that 17, you also have all that knowledge that I just gave to Jay there, but you also notice that tucked into like a little alcove at one part of the corridor is a stone statue. It is definitely stone, and it looks to be of something that's not quite a lizard, and something that it's a little bit too smooth to be a lizard, and it has 3 rubies embedded into its forehead. If you want to give
That's
me...
a shark, baby.
Smooth as hell.
Can you give
Sorry.
me a nature roll to see if you recognize what this creature is?
Will do. Why do I keep checking? I know it's just a flat d20. That's a 14.
A 14 is high enough that you recognize this as a salamander, but not like the slimy amphibian salamander. You know, the salamander that's meant to be made of like lava and fire and, you know, loves sitting around in campfires and shit. So
Fire
Okay.
baby.
I would like
the
to
cooler salamander.
I would like to point out to everyone saying that it's smooth. Like, if it's smooth, therefore it's a shark. It has legs.
Sharks can have
That's
legs.
a shark,
Land
baby.
shark!
Land shark!
Land shark.
Have you
Land
not
shark,
read any
land
Junji
shark.
Ito?
You guys
Only
don't
the
understand.
spiral one. The
Land
spiral one
shark,
still
land
haunts me.
shark.
You guys don't understand. When I was a child, went to the Monterey Bay Aquarium
Mm-hmm.
because I used to live in Monterey. Sorry, big secrets revealed. When I was a child, at some point in time, I lived in Monterey. And the Monterey Bay Aquarium, in their shark exhibit, had the land shark, episodes rolling. And my dad had to carry me through it every time because I was bawling. I remember land shark.
Oh
They
my
can
God.
chase you now!
Do you remember that room where there were stingrays? You could touch them. That was always my
Yes.
favorite part of that aquarium.
Stingray touching pools are the best.
Yes, I've been to the same aquarium.
Good. Yes, we should meet in Monterey sometime. Although that will be very expensive because I do not live there anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Maybe
Please
someday.
continue. I just had to say.
I got so enraptured by that.
Yeah, no.
I don't know
This
what's
digression
going.
about land sharks is very, very important.
I like the dark room that has all the there's seahorses and shit in there you can see.
Oh,
Oh, the
yeah,
jellyfish
the stuff that
also. That room was dark and they had a
glows.
cool light, so they looked really cool in the darkness.
I can literally visualize every single description you're making.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So
okay.
with-
All right.
So
I was
with
about to say
that
another thing,
14,
but no.
Ms. Foam, with that 14, you recognize this as a salamander. As no one else has bothered to make nature rolls, it's a land shark to the rest of you.
The land shark.
Okay.
Hey, Tsugi. Hey, a land shark. Just like
Man shark, baby.
Well, I don't.
This is
Smooth
the first
as
amount
hell.
of personality you've seen out of Tsugi in over an hour, so Biff did good.
yo, I heard those guys are smooth as hell.
Smooth as hell, man.
Well,
Okay,
everybody.
guys, he is looking at the scientist, going, "You know that's a shark because they're smooth as hell."
Good. Excellent.
Oh, I'll say, I don't think I have ever actually encountered a shark. Oh god, I'm slipping into the fucking French accent I did yesterday. Fuck.
It's all fine. It's all generically European.
It's
sorry.
European. It's a European accent.
We forgive you.
I don't think I have actually ever encountered a shark myself, so I would not know for sure.
What use are you then? he just walks off disappointed.
I think he's just kind of got to look at you for a second and just kind of prestidigitate a snowball and then probably tosses it at the back of your head, Tsugi. Hands behind his back, whistling.
Better roll dex, baby.
Roll an attack.
Make a fucking attack roll. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong page. What? Is this just gonna be a fucking unarmed attack roll from a fucking wizard?
Yeah. Is it even an attack or is it just dex because you're aiming to hit?
I'd
right?
call it an attack to hit.
I would say
Is all
okay.
that it is.
I'm gonna go.
It's a projectile, so you can use
D20
dex.
plus
Yeah.
2. So that's a nat 20.
Oh my god!
Jesus
Bonk!
Christ. Bro.
The dice want us to fucking lighten up, kids.
Tidbit in the
You
background.
do nail him square in the head.
Tidbit in the background, just hands covering his face, shaking his head, going, "Sir, please."
And he does slowly, his hand slowly goes to the back of his head. And now I'm gonna roll because he's got what he was actually doing is not just sweeping it off angrily. He was just pulling all the stuff that he could, and now he's gonna throw right back. So that'll be a D20 plus 5.
Wait. Alright, I'm gonna say, because this is a second-hand snowball, and also it's not actually this cold in this corridor does feel quite warm.
I was gonna say,
So,
I imagine that
Yeah.
this
You're
is
gonna
not.
have disadvantage here because the snowball doesn't want to stay in one piece.
Praying for double
I
high
will
rolls.
take it.
Come on.
I will throw it anyway. An 11.
Just
No,
spray him in the face
No.
a bit.
And I just want to say, you are literally 1 point short of being able to nail him back.
I was gonna say, I think based on what you rolled for the dex, I think I know his armor.
So
If
angry.
Tsugi looks before throwing, Biff very quickly points to the.
Tsugi did
Oh.
look. Just to get better aim for all the good it did him. And he does turn right back around and stalk off.
Frankie's
Still
Frankie's
a
looking
little
at the
more like himself.
Frankie's looking at the snowball like, I don't think that's a good omen.
It's not hellishly warm or anything in here yet. It's just
No, but it's
just
not
a little bit warmer
it's
than you
not
think.
good. It's not good. Are we in a sort of a similar door situation to the others?
This is going to be, I will say, you've probably picked up on this. This is a mirrored sort of situation than it was in the air corridor, in that there are no doors leading off this place, but you get the feeling that there probably are doors behind the various displays.
Oh, okay. I hope that nothing like.
Okay,
comes
where's
out.
the biggest statue in this place?
No.
There isn't a huge, I will say though, there is not a huge statue at the end of the corridor. It's just more museum type stuff.
Wait, where's the lizard then?
The lizard is in a little alcove off to the side.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my brain's broken.
So the
How
lizard's
big
just
is it? Is it small or big?
It's about, I would say on the pedestal it's on, it's probably about 5 foot from floor to the very top of the statue, but so about 2.5 foot size statue itself though.
Okay.
Does
Miss
it
Phone has to look up.
Yeah, it's an interesting salamander. The one thing, I will also give you one other little piece of information specifically to Miss Foam, because again, you're the one that rolled high perception. The display case at the very end of the corridor, while it does just have more, hey, this is how automatons tend to get powered, you notice something shiny and glinting and red that kind of looks like the rubies that are on top of the salamander statue's head.
Okay, so I rolled to investigate salamander and got 3. So.
Actually, you got a crit fail.
Oh yeah. Okay, fine. How do I fuck this up?
Smooth as hell, baby.
Smooth as hell,
That's a
baby.
shark.
Yeah, it's a shark. You're not quite
It's
sure
too
why.
smooth. You can't get a grip on it.
Your eyeballs just keep sliding off.
The stone in this is rather weird. In fact, it's not actually. Is this thing carved of a special type of wood? Maybe this is the fire corridor. Are we meant to burn that down?
Yeah, Frankie's got nothing. She's just like, he can't even tell it's made of fucking metal.
God. Can Miss Foam do an Arcana check to check if the thingies are why did I say Arcana? Well, to check if the thingies are magical in nature, or I don't know. That's what her brain goes to.
Yeah, go with Arcana to see if you can figure anything out here.
That's a 3.
Nice.
Gems.
Shiny.
Our luck is back, baby. This
Okay,
is what
so-
our luck is.
I'm just trying to, because I don't want to, because Biff didn't see this specifically, but so what else is in this room? There's the stone, there's the lizard, there's that display case at the end with
the
something
red glint.
glinting.
With glint, yeah. So basically,
It's mostly just displays?
yeah, basically.
Is there anything that's interactive?
I'm gonna say be nice and say that there is one of the displays which basically you get to wind up one of the springs yourself and then watch a little clock ticking around and everything as the spring unwinds, so you get an idea of how it looks like in motion.
Ooh, interactive.
Biff is doing that.
Perfect.
Miss Foam will head over to the case at the end and inspect the jewel and wave Frankie over as well.
Yeah,
to
give
let
me
her know.
give me
yeah,
another
sure.
perception check.
Okay.
Do I get to do one?
Yes, if you really want to.
I mean, I feel like Miss Foam will point out the gem to
Okay,
Frankie,
you know
so
what?
she'll-
Yeah. I'll let
Yeah.
her do that. 19!
Nice. Ms. Foam sees all.
Miss Foam, what do you see?
All. Weren't you rolling as well?
Oh no, I didn't. I
Okay.
decided not to.
Sorry.
Sorry, I wondered why we were. I wondered why nobody was talking.
I saw Snail typing, and I thought you were gonna. Never
No.
mind.
All
right.
It's 19, and she's
with
gonna
that
tell me
19
anything.
Yeah, Ms. Frame, you go over to the display case at the end, and this seems to be a very different looking mechanism to the others, because all the others were predominantly mechanical with a little bit of the whole bottled lightning thing going on. But this one here definitely seems to. You're not quite certain, but it seems a little bit more magical in nature, because some of the pieces don't seem like they quite connect, but they must be something in order for them to be interacting with each other to pass the movement from one to the other. And the source of a lot of this power seems to be like coming from this one long golden staff in the center of it, which has a giant ruby affixed to the top. And that seems to be kind of the centerpiece of this powering mechanism, and all the stuff around it is just kind of turning. It is moving in and of itself, even though you can't touch it, and half of it doesn't touch each other.
Oh no, it's quantum.
And I will say, yeah, what you spotted before in terms of the glint, this ruby does very much match the 3 rubies that were on the salamander's head.
Mm-hmm.
Can we make the salamander move?
That's what I was also thinking. Miss Foam sort of, again, scuttles up to be able to get close to the display case. Is there a do not touch like sign on it or something?
There's no do not touch sign, but it is like behind some glass. It's if you wanna. Now, on one hand, you could open it. On the other hand, you could smash it.
Smashy. Let Biff do something. Let Biff do.
You have a like human wrecking ball.
You really do.
Yeah, we're all. Here's the thing, though. We have a human wrecking ball. We also have a lot of very delicate clockwork around, presumably.
Oh yeah, Biff at this point has definitely broken whatever the interactive display was.
Oh
And has been trying to like put it back together, but it's something inside the glass that she can't get to. So eventually she just like puts like the handle back on and walks away whistling.
Good, excellent.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
No, I want to see how she fares. She's gonna try and yoink like the glass up, like lift it up. If that's a roll that needs to be done or not.
Yeah, give me a strength roll. Just to see how well this goes.
Is it really
Is it
heavy?
+1. It is +1. Okay, let's go. This is a 10.
That is actually high enough. Like, if you had rolled another 7, I would have said it worked. So a 10 is enough that you actually managed to swing this door open with reasonable ease. You also get the sense that if you had rolled too high on your strength, you probably would have broken something.
Oh, excellent! Just had to thread the needle.
So the cabinet door swings open, and you have full access to this strange mechanism in the center of things. I will also say, Tsugi rolled a 14, looking for hidden doors. You can spot a couple of things where the display cases seem to be very slightly moved out of the wall. Like there is a door frame that has pushed them like a 2 centimeters out from lying flat against the wall. So you can kind of get an idea there's probably a door there, but the display cases here don't slide around as easily as the secret one did downstairs.
Yeah, that's totally alright. He's basically just doing a perimeter check.
Yeah.
That's fair. So is the staff obtainable for her reach?
Yeah, you can just go out and grab it if you want.
Okay, she will do such, and
Yeah. Okay, make me wisdom. No.
Yeah, listen. You know how it is.
No. You do not have to make any saving throws or anything here. You pick it up, and as you do, the clockwork and everything that had been shifting around powers down for a moment and just goes still. And then something goes shink out, and it is an hourglass.
Oh no!
It's a little
Oh no!
hourglass. However, the sand is all already currently at the bottom, and once again, the mechanics seem to go still for the moment.
Okay. Please be very, very, very careful about the next move that you make. I don't want to have to do anything timed when we don't know what exactly as being asked of us.
Fair. She'll just stay exactly still in her frame, just holding it.
Can I roll investigation on the whole sort of mechanical thing with the ruby, just to see if I can take a guess at what it's likely to do next?
Yes, absolutely. You are also, if you want to do investigation, you can. Otherwise, you're welcome to do Arcana, and I will also give information for that.
Can I do both?
Yes.
Or, okay. I know I have +2 for investigation. What's Arcana? +4! Watch as I get really bad rolls. Okay, so this is the investigation one. That's a 7.
You know nothing about how this device works.
13. Okay, that's appalling. I've got good bonuses on those. Dreadful.
I will say, yes. So, investigation, you do not know what is meant to happen next. However, in terms of like your magical knowledge, you look at this, and that ruby is definitely a power source of some kind.
Okay.
It does seem to still have some kind of connection to the clockwork that is there, but it doesn't seem to, like, as far as you can tell, there's no specific interactions that are meant to happen next if this ruby moves away a little bit further. It basically, you're not sensing any magical traps here.
Okay, cool. Do I have with a 13, is that high enough to let me know what would happen if I could just like remove the power source from the thing?
That's what I mean by there's no magical traps or everything. Oh, when you say remove the power source,
Like could I just like, is it like welded in there? Will it like?
Yeah, the ruby is like clamped into the stuff.
Okay, it's not like a battery or anything. I can't like pop it out easily. Okay, fine, fair enough. I was just wondering if we could like remove it and then add in an emergency. Just like no, okay, fine.
I mean, you probably
You could remove anything if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
yeah.
true.
So,
That's fair enough.
Biff probably could, but at this, it's not something that, yes, you can just casually go, pop, and
It's
it's
not
out.
meant to be popped out like a
Yeah,
battery.
pretty much.
Okay. May I move?
Sorry, there's a car outside and I'm like very cross.
I was gonna say, do we want to pause for a second and close the window?
Yeah, one sec.
Alright, be right back.
Chase of car intermission.
It's just like, while this is going on, I think, I will say, one little bonus bit that's been going on here is, Tidbit has been looking out, oh wait, no, there's no fucking windows because it's bedrooms. Never mind.
Cool.
Oh, no.
At this point, I will have Tsugi say, "All right, you chuckle flicks, what's going on?" And he is ambling over. So if anybody has good stats but needs a reroll, I can help out.
Okay, cool. Like narratively, Miss Fern will just explain that statue of a not a smooth shark, a salamander has gems, and this staff here also has a similar gem. I am guessing feelings from the statues from the other hallways, but with this statue of this creature. So I guess we just have to play along and enact what we're supposed to enact.
Yeah, we're just pausing because Snail has to go take care of a
Can I
small
ask a
child.
question?
Sudden child.
Sudden child.
Yeah, well,
I can ask a question.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's Locky doing?
Absolute.
You're just making sure he doesn't get lost again.
Not just that.
I think
I do have an idea of something he might do.
I think for the most part he's probably been hanging back and not really he's not necessarily avoiding interacting with any of you guys, but he definitely is not too happy to be with the rest of the party. What did you have in mind though?
Saying there's a fancy statue with rubies in it right there. No one's looking at it right now.
That is true. However, Lockie is fucking tiny.
No one is
Where's
giving him a
Miss
lift.
from?
Yeah, what's those Miss Foam? Yeah.
True.
She looks at the that big.
Miss Foam can stick to walls and shit, though.
Yeah.
Is it on is it just on a pedestal or is it behind glass?
It is just on a little pedestal. So I'm actually, good point. I'm just gonna,
I'm gonna try and pop some.
I'm not saying he has to. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just putting it out there.
One moment. Yeah,
No,
I think
it's good and
sort of like,
funny.
rubies. Oh, they seem to be paying attention to that one, Ruby. I'm gonna, first up, climb the pedestal, so while people aren't really paying attention, it's just kind of like, climbs up the pedestal, climbs up the statue. Lockie is now sitting on the top of the salamander.
Nice.
He's got a fucking crowbar, and this is gonna be just...
I, as a player, am here to cause problems on purpose.
Thank you. Okay. A 14 is not quite high enough, but you guys can hear, like, as you guys are kind of futzing about with the stuff, with the ruby on the end, you kind of hear the whole clink of metal against stone, and the whole... Biff, come on. Give me a hand with this one. Can you push down on this?
What are you two doing?
Yeah, sure. Biff
Look.
looks at Lockie. Biff doesn't know what they're doing.
If we're stuck in this place, we're still looking for a way out, but once we get that way out, I'm gonna make sure being stuck in this place was definitely worth our while. Let's make it like psychological damage charges, you know?
Right. Putting aside the absolutely abysmal reasoning there, this, in case you haven't noticed, is essentially a giant puzzle box which we are trapped inside. If you attempt to remove, damage, or otherwise generally attack the surroundings, things tend to break and we may not get out at all. Stick to things that can just be picked up. Things that were left around lying loose, if you absolutely must.
Well, why do we have
Biffy
to...
slowly looks over to the item that Biff has already broken.
I was also thinking about that door and that puzzle that we broke in the first corridor. Sorry, go on.
The thing is, I don't see why we need to be sticking to the puzzles in any of this in the first place. I say we just break this place until they let us out.
And how has that been going for you so far?
Well, we
Throwing things at the window, all of that sort of...
Oh, we obviously haven't been breaking enough stuff. I reckon, that the really big robot thing down the ground floor, the thing that gave us the whole sodding challenge in the first place, reckon if we smash that one up, someone's gonna get upset. And if they get upset, they're gonna show their face. And if they show their face, we can take them down and get the fuck out of here.
Counterpoint, this is somebody who
Lockie
has
wants
access to a giant clockwork robot, several pits, and has no compulsion about melting several people. Do you want to go and try and go up against them? Having broken their things? No, exactly. So please,
I was
as
about
I
to
said,
say, Lockie was about to kind of wave in Biff's direction.
No.
Oh, fine, if you're so adamant about going on with these puzzles and these stupid challenges. Whole place is a waste of our time. Never should have taken this job in the first place.
yes, well, we can both agree on that. Thank you. Lockie wants to talk to the manager.
Lockie would like to speak to the manager, please.
I think, once Frankie seems to be done like that, Lockie still sitting on the salamander. It's just kind of gonna, look over at Biff and go, thanks for backing me up there.
Biff smiles and gives him a thumbs up.
Real sudden help you've been.
I do have a question. Is the statue, attached to the pedestal?
Yeah, it is. So it's kind of,
Okay.
It's one of those things where this was a stone block and, the statue was carved out of the top half of the stone block.
How heavy is the pedestal?
I don't have an exact weight, but pretty sodding heavy.
Listen, I'm just saying Frankie said to stick to things that we can pick up.
Oh my god!
Listen, you still have to poke stuff.
Alright, I was gonna say, make me a strength roll.
Oh no.
Yeah, baby.
Why do I say anything around you?
It's not a good idea.
Can I do
It's probably not.
athletic?
Yeah, give me athletics.
Also, now that Snail is back,
Ooh,
Snail was...
7 total. That was a 2 on the dice.
Hey!
Bad.
Oh boy, I'm gonna say this statue in the little alcove it's in, there's not really much room for you to properly get your hands around it to be able to pick it up. So it's just
It's too big. No.
It's too awkward.
It's not that it's heavy, it's that, it is heavy, but it's not Biff heavy, it's that it's awkward as well.
Yeah.
She can't get her hand in behind it. Her hand's too big.
Too big. She is too large.
Alright, I'm sorry, what was the
Okay,
part
well-
that I missed?
We basically just had a bit of a spat
Yeah,
over
basically-
stealing rubies or not.
Yeah, no, it was
Nice.
basically Frankie and Lockie arguing because Lockie is like, fuck this place, let's break it until we're allowed to get out. Frankie is like, you realize if we do that, they're probably gonna kill us, right?
Fair enough.
So
And we
what do
still have the
we...
stuff. And we still have the stuff.
Yeah.
Shall we just, out of character, shall we just poke it and see what happens? Like, I can't say this in character, because again, Frankie is taking this very seriously. Out of character, just move the stick and see what comes to life.
I mean, yeah, like, if Frankie done the investigation, so it's probably fine if you move it. Miss Foam is just gonna stop moving and go up to the salamander statue with the staff.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a 20.
That's a
That's a
nat
sleight
20.
of hand to just that's a sleight of hand to just tip over the switch, because if they're not supposed to be doing things that the room doesn't want them to do, then obviously they should do things the room does want them to do.
Question.
Wait,
what
there's a switch? Where's the switch?
Didn't you guys say that there was a switch? I'm so sorry.
No, there's no
Touch.
switch.
Oh, touch the shiny. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Just
You want
sleight of hand to just poke the ruby.
Okay. Yeah, Miss Foam has been carrying the stuff so far, but you reach out and you give the ruby a poke. Nothing happens, do not worry. I will say the one thing you notice, because you got a fucking nat 20, which is not perception, but it's a high enough roll, I'm gonna say you get a little bit. You notice that the ruby feels not just unusually warm, but is like reasonably hot. Not hot enough to burn you or anything, but it's the sort of you touch a mug of hot tea, and it's kind of, you wouldn't want to keep your hands on it for longer than a second or two.
I was thinking of like when you've like overworked your computer or something.
Yeah.
It's
Question: had Tsugi been? Is it reasonable to assume that Tsugi's been around stuff often enough to know that oftentimes would that be an indication of like a spell is currently happening that's using the ruby?
Yeah, you can make a wild guess that like there is other stuff going on. And look, if an inanimate object that is normally kind of kept at room temperature is strangely warm, that means either someone stuck it in the oven or there's magic shit going on.
Well, there was a kitchen back there.
God.
Sorry, go on.
I mean, I did see that there were doors around the exhibits. Don't tell Biff. Don't tell Biff. I'm talking to you two. Do not tell Biff.
Okay.
If we can figure out ways to get into one of the rooms, even just one of the hidden rooms, should give us an idea of what exactly we're supposed to do with the rest of this place.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
No, that seems... That makes sense. Frankie can't actually find a problem with this and is annoyed about it. But do be careful. Just the last time there were hidden doors around here, there were very, very annoying wind sprites behind them. So just be careful in case anything leaps out and tries to eat your face.
I mean, technically, the last time there was a hidden door, you weren't around, so you didn't see how easy it was. But the time before that, there were wind sprites. You're right.
Wrecked.
Should I roll investigation on one of the pedestals that is near a hidden door?
If you want, but first up, I want to get to Lizz with the staff, bringing it near the salamander.
Good. Very good. Continue.
All right. Now, when you're saying you bring it near the salamander, are you just kind of like waving it in front of it? What exactly are you doing?
Yeah, she
Poke it.
was she was intending to like do an arcana check or something to see if it was magical. She didn't know that Tsugi rolled a nat 20 to basically get that already. But yeah, she was wondering if there was some sort of connection between these rubies and the rubies on the salamander, and if it's magical of some sort, because her brain is going back to when that lion came to life that one time. Do you remember that throwback?
Yeah.
What a callback.
All right, give me Arcana then.
You could probably try to use it with an Arcana if you wanted to.
Yeah. Would that fly?
Yeah, absolutely.
Activate magic. Go to a magic go.
Yeah, with a 16, that's enough that you can definitely figure out there is magic going on. You seem to be holding something that feels like it's the source of the magic going off how it was powering the clockwork before. And going by the colours and everything, you take a look at the ruby and how the ruby that at the end of the staff seems to, it's not quite glowing, but it's definitely the glint of light off it seems to be much brighter than what it reasonably should be, versus looking at the salamander and those rubies kind of seem to be a little bit dull. There's definitely a connection there, and as you bring the staff close, you can feel like the warmth from the ruby seems to be spreading down the staff, and you can feel that on your hand as you are bringing it close. There is magical bullshittery here, and the closer that the ruby on the staff gets to the rubies on the salamander, the warmer it is. And from that, you go, ah, yes, there's definitely a magical connection. If you make them touch, it might do a thing.
Cool. She will not
poke.
make them touch right now, because hot, and she's the one holding it. You can see her hands are like switching, like to like grip because hot. Okay, cool. She will walk over to Frankie with the staff and hand it to her and say, if these two touch, something will activate and we should be prepared.
All right. Yes. Okay. Can I roll Arcana just as a check to see whether this thing is likely to... Basically, is this thing set up in such a way as to do a murder, or is it set up in such a way as to do a puzzle? That may incidentally
Is it
going to
explode?
You're
Yeah,
gonna have to
this
roll
is the
real
bomb.
fucking high for this, but you are welcome to roll.
Ha 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 ha,
Well,
20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Nice.
I will give you then this thing you cannot tell again because this is just an arcana. It's
This
check.
is Arcana. This is more like there are presumably like schools of magic or whatever
Yeah.
that are more that lend themselves more to explosions or
Yeah.
like stuff or like bad stuff happening.
I do just want to remind you, you are in a corridor with not one but two high-level conjuration wizards.
Oh god, yeah.
So like,
I mean, this is perfectly in character for Frankie, who wants to work everything out for herself. So.
yeah, no, that's fair.
But yeah, anyway, I got a 20.
You got a 20. With that, from what you can tell, going from the fact that there does seem to be, like, the heat from the ruby is giving off, you can tell there's some definitely elemental-based magics going on, which technically can come from basically any of the magic schools, but does tend to lend itself to conjuration, because conjuration is the one that tends to make shit explode the most.
Oh god!
However, it still could be one of the other ones. You reckon that this, from how each of the corridors have been set up so far, though, and how each of the magic things have worked, you get the feeling that this is gonna be more puzzle. You do not know what will happen when the puzzle starts. Consider when the puzzle started in the air corridor and you all got attacked by a bunch of wind sprites. Or this could be...
I mean, there's also that timer.
Yeah, there's also that timer that's still got back at the display case at the end of the corridor. You don't know what that's for yet. So I will say this seems to be puzzle. You do not know what will happen in the puzzle.
That's fair enough. It's danger puzzle, but
this is unlikely to kill you straight up.
okay. Yeah, no, that's more or less what I wanted to know. I think Frankie is going to wait just for to see what the result of Tsugi's sort of investigation on like the hidden doors and stuff is, and then is going to just basically let everybody know that we're going to poke the thing with a stick, quite literally. Everybody be on guard. This is a timed event, so do be careful.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna.
I would say, like, Lockie has come tumbling down off the statue at this point to,
Yes, good.
just kind of, he doesn't want to get exploded. And
Oh,
that's a 7 from Lockie.
I was-
Okay.
I was going to suggest it before the roll, but his phone was narratively going to give you guidance, which is a plus D4. Would that still be allowed? Because the roll has technically happened.
I would say you would still be welcome to add the D4. I'm okay with people adding it afterwards in non-timed situations.
Because
However,
I think if
oh,
that's a 1.
no, I was about to say, even if you rolled a 4, it would not be high enough for you to get anything,
Yeah.
Snail.
Biff at this point, just for the curious, has gone over and is probably talking to Tidbit and Weird, and it's about as much of a conversation as you think it will be.
Excellent.
I will say, Dr. Boffin is probably, is very much into having a conversation because, like, Dr. Boffin is very friendly and glad to have a conversation with someone and is happy to try and explain. Ah, yes, so this lightning in a bottle thing. It's like, when, like, you see, there's basically stored elemental magic, and when you have that magic, then you have it leading into this, and is going through in very, very sciencey type terms.
You can see the words going in one ear and out the other.
Yeah. That's going in.
And Biff, I think Biff does ask at one point, like, but how did they get it from the sky into the bottle?
Uh-huh.
Now you see when
Like, Biff understands, okay, lightning in bottle.
Yeah, and it's
Lightning in sky, lightning in bottle.
Yeah, so like it's like there are ways you can do it with magic, and there's ways you can do it with a little bit of machinery helping you out as believe, and like that whole big
Yep. Like, Biff asks these very basic questions.
Yeah, Boffin is not explaining it in beginner's term, but is having a really great time getting to
I
explain
was just gonna say, like, I think this is possibly the best conversation that has happened in the entire game.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Tidbit. I was gonna say Tidbit was gonna come over to Tsugi and just kind of like hands behind his back, like leaning over your shoulder a bit. So like, so what is it that what you're trying to do here? Because I know what they're doing, but what are you focusing on here?
So, I've noticed that with several of the display cases, you see there's, he like, literally gently, like, he does a lot of sleight of hand stuff, so you can tell he's, like, not pressing in on something, he's literally just touching it to show. There are these door frames that are actually blocked by the display cases, and I'm just trying to figure out how the heck you're supposed to move them out, but he does give a little grumble because he did get an 8, and he's not getting anywhere, even though he's still trying to look.
Yeah, give me one moment. All right. Let me have a look. And well, have you with that 19? Well, maybe. Well, you said that the one downstairs was slid to the side. Looking at the floor though, I don't think these ones are meant to go out. Maybe they're meant to press in, but in that case there might be a latch. So if we just and Tidbit kind of like leans over to the side, goes, aha, here we go. Presses a little button, pushes his hand against the display case, and the case kind of just sinks into the wall and then swings into a room. And congratulations, you have found a sitting room.
Ooh.
Huh.
Is that what you wanted?
I'm a big enough man to admit, yes. However, I am going to claim credit for this. Hey guys, look what I found!
Oh.
It's fine. Tidbit should be used to this by
Yeah,
now,
he
being
is.
being a science assistant, like, you know.
Yeah, he's like, well, it's fine.
Oh, I feel sad now.
Tsugi doesn't feel bad, but I do. I hate this.
It's fine. I think it's like it's just mostly like, okay, I will say here like Dr. Weird internally is just like, well, A, I'm used to this, but B, we're making progress, so I'm not gonna complain.
Mm-hmm.
Or
So,
Oh, I messed up their
think-
names. Tidbit and Weird is the same person,
yeah,
right?
it is Tidbit Weird
Shit.
and Jeremy Boffin.
Jeremy. I see.
So I would suggest before we touch the thing to the thingy and make something timed happen, we check out the sitting room. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle.
Scuttle, scuttle, scuttle.
Tsugi, if you want to do a perception / investigation on the living room, you also have that same D4.
Oh, another D4.
Well, yeah, D4.
Hey.
All right.
14.
17.
17?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, 17.
you.
17.
Now, is the door, because the door was behind that case, is it?
The case was the door.
Wow.
So basically, yeah, you've pushed the entire display case inwards, and that's a 21 from Ms. Foam, alright, you two are the first ones to go into the room. Tsugi, you get a real good look around, and this place, it's not covered in dust sheets like the bedrooms in the air corridor was. This place seems cozy. It seems like it's maybe even been used a little bit lately, and you spot some, like, ash in the fireplace. There's bookshelves on the wall. However, I'm going to say there's no books that look like they have been actively picked up lately. There's a little magic powered lamp on one of the side tables. There's a coffee table. There are a couple of notes and everything spread out on the table, but everything seems to be written in some sort of code, so you can't really make heads or tails of what's going on there. However, Ms. Foam, with that 21, as you're looking around, you kind of get the feeling that you've seen some of the stuff on these pages before. In fact, there's that one there, looks a little bit like a map of the museum itself, with a couple of little, like, X's drawn on some of the rooms, and if you do an investigation, I will potentially be able to give you more. But if you want to have... The other thing I will say, as you were kind of looking at the fireplace, I will give you a note. Those ashes in the fireplace are definitely cold, but you catch the hint of something may be wrong just behind the chimney. There's some stone there, not behind the chimney, but at the very back, there seems to be some stone that's a little bit discolored compared to the stone all around it making up the rest of the fireplace.
Cool. We'll point out relevant stuff, including the papers, and I get she would do an investigation herself, but she'll call others over to do an investigation as well if they are in the room.
Yeah, I will say Tidbit most likely will have wandered in as well.
Okay, investigation.
Frankie's still on smooth shark duty, so...
That's a 7. No, you
Tidbit!
Yeah, no,
Okay,
Dr.
what if I
Buffin's-
gave Tidbit that D4 as well?
I mean, you're welcome to, but he does already have a +8, so, like...
I want to create a monster. Give him the D4.
Okay. Plus D4. Is this for the papers or for the fireplace?
For the papers.
Alright. These look interesting.
That's an 11.
That's a crit fail.
That's a crit fail!
Being a natural one.
Holy shit.
Did they burn the paper?
I don't think he burns it as such, because there's kind of nothing to bring across, but wait, Miss Foam, are you still carrying the staff?
No, Frankie is.
No,
Frankie's
Frankie
got
Frankie's
it.
got the stuff. Okay. So I think he kind of
Maybe he
like...
just trips over Miss Foam.
Yeah, just smacks his
plant.
head on the table and passes out.
Yeah, as he's kind of...
No!
No, as he's investigating, I'm gonna say, I think actually what happens is he gets so caught up in trying to read the coded notes on one of the pieces pages, going like, oh, maybe he's like, yeah, well, we've got this symbol there. That's the most common one. Like, it's probably that one's probably an E, and then like, oh, what if this symbol stands for this word? And like, cause it. He gets so caught up in the ambiguously coded notes that he pays zero attention to like the other several pages that were on the coffee table. He's got to pay attention to this one and this one only. And I will tell you, he's going to get nowhere with it.
Oh no.
Fantastic.
So he's just stuck doing that
Yeah,
now.
sorry, you've given him a puzzle, and I will say this is the most kind of alive that you have seen him so far, because so far he's just kind of been going around of, oh, this is an interesting dinner, then, oh no, we seem to be trapped, and then, oh shit, there are people dead.
Yeah,
and
depths of depression.
He's just been out of it. But now you've given him a puzzle to solve.
That's nice.
So
Silver
good
linings, you know?
tidbit. So yeah, he's having a good time, but he will not be any help here.
Okay.
That's fair. I mean, she didn't really get much herself with her 7, so she's like, well, you seem to be doing better than I am.
Yeah.
But she will go and investigate the miscolored brick in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'll
Tsugi
give
will
my-
join her.
Cool.
Okay,
I
but how
mean-
tall do you have to be to reach up into the sky to grab the lightning?
And no. You see, it's not about height. It is about having. Well, no, you just would. In some slices, you do have to reach up because you have to like put up the lightning bolts and also the lightning rods and
Talking and trying to explain different, like, differentials and voltage to Biff.
Yeah, but then of course you do need to keep in mind that the lightning is not always coming down. Sometimes, a lot of the time, the first bits of lightning is actually comes in two bolts, and the first bit goes from the ground, and then it goes up. And if you can catch that, then you get twice the lightning that you would normally.
So the lightning is actually the tall one. Is what you're saying.
Exactly. The lightning is reaching out to us, and so that way we don't need to reach too far ourselves. But it is easy if we do have the. Yeah. And I can't.
Yep.
Please don't
I'm
make
so
me keep
happy.
going with that. I do not know as much about how lightning works.
No, you're
so
totally
potentially
good.
should.
I just
perfect.
wanted a little bit of flavor.
Yeah, no, it's
But
great.
they're still outside this door, I think. They're just...
Oh yeah, no, do not let Biff into this room.
Tsugi, do you want the default for your investigation or no?
I'll take it.
Okay, go.
Let's see, that'll be. Nice.
Yeah, just do
Oh, it is
DD.
investigation. Let's see. Ah, pretty good though.
24. Nice.
Nice.
Poor Miss Foam. She
Listen.
keeps finding stuff and then going, "What the heck?"
She's
Yeah.
she's not used to being in a living room, so it's just like, what's important, what's different, what's not supposed to be here.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, with that 9, Miss Foam, you don't really get anything other than what I've already given you. I will note that, like, you do find one piece of information, and it is that, like, the ashes in the fireplace are definitely cold. So while this place does seem to have been used recently, it's not recent enough that anywhere in, like, the fireplace or the chimney would still be warm from any flames.
Cool.
With that 24, Tsugi, you have a look at this brick. You notice that the brick seems to be discolored because someone has obviously touched it recently after there had been a fire in here, so the smoke residue that would have been left on the bricks has kind of half been wiped away by someone's hand on it. So you reach out and you notice that the brick is a little bit loose. It doesn't seem to have actually been cemented into the wall as much as the others. And you pull it out, and you notice there seems to be something kind of like a foot there. In fact, a foot that is rather familiar. I will note, it's made of stone.
Oh, thank God.
It looks rather familiar because it looks kind of like the smooth shark's foot back out in the corridor.
Oh, so it's not okay. Thank God. I assumed 1 that it was a person foot,
No.
and 2 that it was like a real foot.
No.
You have to lead
No.
with this information.
I
Kai.
refuse to.
Don't allow me to imagine that there is a severed foot.
I changed my mind. It's not the foot of a salamander. It is a severed foot solely to disturb Jay.
It's like tiny bite-sized cask of Amontillado plots going all over the place. Just the foot, just all the little bits.
That's love, baby.
Yep.
Okay, carry on.
No, it's the foot of a salamander. Sorry, smooth shark.
And of course, is it the imprint of a foot, or is it like the statue is missing a foot, and this is where the statue's foot is?
Like the statue outside had a foot. This one, you kind of, again, you've pulled the brick away, and this seems to be the beginnings of an opening that is sitting behind the fireplace.
Oh, there's another one.
The brick isn't the foot.
Salamander.
It's behind the
second
brick.
Smooth shark.
Yeah.
I will roll sleight of hand to continue pulling stuff out without disturbing the thing behind it.
Yeah, please
And I am gonna go ahead.
How big is this
and take
fireplace?
that extra D.
I mean, average size.
Okay.
So Tsugi's basically kneeling at Ash to be able to move the brick out.
You got your trousers
Yeah,
all
baby.
dirty, Sugi.
Okay, sorry, what was that?
Oh,
one?
I've never dealt with that before. I've never pretended to be Santa to kill somebody before.
What?
Damn.
Moving right along.
No, I want to know about that.
No, you don't.
Sorry, Tsugi, please do remind me, what was that roll for?
That was sleight of hand to pull out more of the bricks without having any of the bricks fall onto the hopefully
Okay.
statue behind the fireplace.
Yeah, alright, thank you.
Plus the default from guidance here.
All right, with that 17, it's reasonably easy, especially now that you've got one brick out. It's a lot easier to kind of reach up and then reach up behind it and then push the other bricks out of the way. And you notice that, yeah, quite a few of them do seem to be loose. You pull out about 7, 8, 9 of them, and you realise that, yeah, there is just another salamander statue here. It's only about a third of the size of the one out in the corridor, so it's reasonably small, and it only has a single ruby in its forehead instead of 3, but you found a second statue.
Oh, I know where this is going. We're gonna have to find more of these babies.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask how many other bookcases with switches. How many other bookcases with switches are there?
I mean, there's several other display cases. You don't know if any of them have switches or not.
Oh, okay.
We'll need Dr. Technically Dr. Boffin for that, because Tidbit Weird is
He's having a good time.
very enraptured.
He's having a good time.
I don't like me as a person, as a player, does not have the heart to like try and disturb him from this yet.
Don't take this one good thing from him.
I have my favorite character.
That's the thing. I'm saying we aren't gonna take it from him.
Yeah, not yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
Leave him alone.
You're going to from the other one.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it light enough that Tsugi could carry it without a strength roll?
It's kind of being built into the rest of the fireplace. It doesn't look like it comes free.
So it's not meant to be removed.
No.
Okay.
No.
You
You
know
can get
what?
Biff in there if you need to.
No.
No,
We're not
we're
getting
not.
Biff in here. Hang on, guys. I'm actually having a thought. This is rare, so hold on.
Well,
Give us the thought.
If it's 1 and we've already found 3, then we
We should
shouldn't
find
touch
3.
it to the 3. We should find however many salamander statues there are, then do 1, whichever one is 2, and then 3 in the center, and then if there's any more, continue in order. Because if we start with 3, that's probably going to set off like a trap. But if we start 1, go to 2, go to 3, in theory, that's how the puzzle is trying to work.
Okay, that does actually make sense. That's assuming that like the other two there are other salamanders. That like I'm assuming that you're imagining that there's another like smaller salamander that has 2 rubies in it. I was assuming that there are possibly 3 salamanders. Each of them have like 1 little ruby in them, and then you gotta activate all of those, and that'll do something to the big salamander. Either way, we
That
should
works
find
too.
more salamanders.
Either way, we gotta find more smooth sharks.
More
baby.
smooth sharks. Okay, can I?
I love you guys all. I also just want to say, Snail, I want to absolutely congratulate you on coming up with that theory, because that is a really well-reasoned and well-thought-out theory, and I love it, and I'm really proud of you for coming up with it, which is why I'm going to give you an inspiration point. It is entirely wrong, but I love
Nice.
you for it.
I knew. The moment you started talking, I was like, oh, so I fucked up. I see.
No, but you got an inspiration point now.
Free nat 20. Free nat 20.
I'm taking that inspiration point.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm not. I'm just like, oh, so I fucked up. That's what I understand.
It's fine. We fucked up profitably. It's great.
I love it.
okay, but if the lightning is so tall, how do they fit it in the bottle then?
You see, once we actually get it, it squishes down really well.
Simple.
Yeah, okay. Biff knows a thing or two about squishing things down, so she actually gets that one.
I love you. I love Biff. I love this. I love this background conversation.
It makes me so happy.
I love the thought that like they've been having this conversation for the past 20 minutes while you guys have been doing all this information, and they still haven't gotten off the topic of how you acquire the lightning.
Of course
That was the first step into like, okay, we have it.
Now
Biff doesn't completely understand how you have it. I think she still thinks that it's tall and you can grab it when it's like standing up in the sky. Because if it's standing up in the sky, then its head is near the ground and you can grab it then.
Yeah.
If it's that tall and you can reach it.
Assuming that the lightning has a right way up. I love this.
If it's in the sky, the right way up is the other way around.
I just love the image of this. Okay, the way to grab lightning is to make sure you can acquire the head of the lightning. Like, you have to put it in a headlock in order
Yeah.
to...
Otherwise it's gonna slip out.
So okay, like, well, you see, it's not quite like that. It's less it has a head like you would have a head. It's more like a head like an arrow, you see, because he's shooting from the ground up into the sky, and then from the sky up into the ground, down to the ground. So then once you have once you actually manage to catch the tip of it, the rest of it kind of follows after, if you know what I mean.
This is very good. Also, I rolled investigation because Frankie got bored with waiting for by playing it safe and started to poke around some of the other cabinets and stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
With a 19, you have a look
to find if there are any more switches.
Yeah. So I will say a 19 is high enough that you took the initiative to actually see if any of the cabinets, you checked the cabinet that did move in to see, yes, this is what the switch kind of looks like, so now you know what you're looking for with all the others.
Mm-hmm.
You do not find it. None of the other cabinets seem to be swinging in the same way, and you have an extra look, and no, there don't seem to be any specific hinges or anything on them either.
Okay.
You do you do notice something that Tsugi did earlier, in which like some of these cabinets do look like they've been placed in front of doors, but none of them seem to be doors in the way this first one was.
Okay. No, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Frankie is going to stick her head around the door and say, I've double-checked. It appears that this is the only secret room in this particular corridor, at least one hidden in the same way. What have you found? There is a lizard in that fireplace.
The shark.
Oh, it's another land oh, I see. It's a lot smaller.
Yeah, and it's only got one ruby, so if you stole from this one, it'll be a lot less profitable. But I'm not stealing. I want to be clear. I'm not stealing from it. I remember what you said.
In the background, Lockie puts the crowbar down.
Nice.
Very good.
We also found some papers in here. This place has been visited, but not recently.
Yeah, Tidbit's real excited about those papers.
Is he? Oh,
I
good.
know, it's a tidbit, just like
Tidbit just like
sweating.
mumbling under
sweating,
his breath.
and it's like the math lady Pythagorean theorem volume of a cube.
He's pulled out not one, not two, but 3 notebooks. He has like 2 separate pens tucked behind one ear and another one shoved into his hair, while using a 4th pen to write on one of the notebooks and compare it to the page and go like, oh, if it's connected, that one's this.
Frankie is going to sort of, if this is possible, sort of gently guide him by the shoulders. Like, she's going to take the rest of the things.
Does
and just
not
like
even notice you moving.
He's just like, gently guide him by the shoulders with the rest of the papers and stuff, and say, it's like, oh yes, I'm very, very glad that you've found something to just absolutely throw yourself into. Why don't you continue doing that out here, and while the rest of us, so there's nothing else that we that seems to be of interest in this room. It really is just make the land shark go or nothing.
Shrugs.
I mean, that's all I've got.
Nope, fair enough. Yeah, so
Is
Frankie.
there any? Oh, go.
Oh, do I have to? Okay, once we're all out of the room, because as much as I really want to leave Tidbit having fun with the thing, if something does happen, he probably needs to not be at a disadvantage whilst looking in the stuff. So can I Frankie's going to gently try and
make a persuasion roll.
Okay, what's my persuasion? I don't think I've used this at
Frankie
all.
just pulls out a binder. Just put it in here, darling.
Give
Just
him a Rubik's Cube.
18.
You do indeed give him a Rubik's Cube.
Yes! I just sort of, no, I want to, because I've got, with an 18, can I do also, as Liz said, just pull like a little binder out of Hammer's space and be like, you just put it all in here for now. The binder is pink and has like little unicorns on it.
Good.
Yes.
Like we can take this with us for the moment. We can try to. Yeah, I want to give him a Rubik's Cube as well. Do I have to do the Hammer space rolls for this?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Oh, Frankie doesn't actually have a... I need to make a fumble chart for Frankie. What do I roll? D10?
D10.
Is
Yeah,
that
Can
a
the binder please be where we're containing all of our transcriptions of the various symbols that we've located?
You know what?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yeah. This is the notes.
She's been keeping it organized.
Okay, I'm gonna retroactively say that because we've done that, we've sort of had the binder for a while, so that D10 is just me pulling out the Rubik's Cube.
Yep, okay.
Yes.
With that, so yeah, with this, like, Tidbit kind of takes a second, just like, what is it?
It's a glittery Rubik's Cube, by the way.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh,
Nice.
sorry. I do think this probably has some, I definitely think that this probably has things that we could probably use later on. Maybe there's clues for further puzzles down the line.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm getting hints, like, I would need to get back to the atrium, because I'm fairly sure there's going to be hints. But, okay, yes, you're right. There are other things we need to solve. Good news is he is looking a lot more engaged and happier than he was before. So he's kind of now he's one of those people that is playing with the Rubik's Cube without actually looking down at it that much. It's kind of using it more as a fidget thing, but also he is still like solving it and then jumbling it up and then solving it again.
Oh, my man is
Of
ADHD
course
as
he is,
hell.
yeah.
But no, you have Dr. Weird's attention again. Well done.
Hooray! All right, everybody. Are we all on alert? We're standing away from any exploding-looking machines, any doors, anything like that. Are we all good?
Tsugi is
But what
going to
you-
walk right
Okay.
over next to the time display. He is not touching it, but he is right next to it. So if it does flop over, he can instantly tell everybody, "Okay, let's go."
Yep.
He can turn it back over.
It's like, nope.
I mean, he might try it. He do have good sleight of hand.
Yeah, Frankie's gonna give you like a thumbs up with the one hand that has fingers.
So
Yeah,
what
Then
if you
he's
shook
gonna
the
he's gonna
bottle?
reluctantly thumbs up back. Progress.
we are working together, and all it took was some
Nice.
mutual
Teamwork.
trauma. Okay,
What
yeah.
if you took the bottle and just shook it up though?
Well, the thing is, when you have for certain experiments, that is in fact what you have to do. It is the shaking of the lightning that actually provides you with the energy that you need for like the rest of the experiment. You take the energy that is jumping around, and
It's like, Biff, darling, Jeremy, if you could pay attention, please.
oh yes,
Just in case that we might need to run away, we might need simply just need your expertise in either hitting or solving things. So,
I love it.
right, yes, of course.
yeah, between them, they've
Hey.
got both bases covered. I love it.
Right.
Yeah. Biff over here. I have something that definitely might need you to pick it up. Yeah, totally. Come on, come over here. Away from
Okay.
Dr. Boffin and his rambling. Come on, that's nerd stuff.
If you were having a good conversation.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks for the talk, Doc.
Okay, now I'd got to ask. You like, what is it exactly that you're planning on doing here? What's the plan?
The plan is just to take the stuff with the ruby in it and touch it to the I think the middle ruby on the salamander.
On the corridor salamander or the?
Oh, good question.
Because yeah, you've got the corridor salamander is big and has 3 rubies. Fireplace salamander small and 1 ruby.
I was planning on
Someone
doing.
should watch the fireplace salamander while we do this.
True.
This
Can
phone can do
somebody
that.
see it from the doorway? Like,
No, because it's like tucked into the back of the fireplace. You
right.
do kind of have to
Oh,
be into
boy.
the room a little bit.
okay. Maybe it'll be safer, like, not to stand in the room with it then. Like, it might be easier. I think just for the sake of it, I'm gonna, because Frankie hasn't really seen the one with the only 1 ruby, is gonna be the big salamander in with the 3, and is gonna sort of touch it to, like, the middle ruby on it.
All
See
right.
what happens.
Wait, so is someone watching the small one or no?
I figured not, because if we can't see it from the doorway, and if we send somebody into the room, and like, you know, it does a boof of like fireball or something in a confined space, that'd be a bad idea.
Okay.
Less risk of splitting the party.
Or murdering somebody, yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Alrighty, so as you reach the staff forwards, as the ruby gets close, you can feel it heating up in your hands, hooves, whatever you've got. You feel it heating up, and again it gets to the point of being just slightly too hot to hold for more than a second or two, and then the rubies clink together, and you see the center ruby of the the corridor salamander light up, having that same glow shine that the ruby on the staff does. The two rubies either side of it don't. They still kind of seem like dark, plain, normal rubies, and nothing else seems to change on that until you hear chink, and the hourglass at the end of the corridor that Tsugi is standing right next to turns over, and sand starts dribbling through it.
Oh no.
So I am gonna try and sleight of hand, see if I can turn it over, because it was suggested. This was not my idea. But it is a 22. Dirty 22.
Okay. Give me a moment while I figure out what are the ramifications of breaking this puzzle.
I mean, what if it just doesn't turn back? Like, things can just lock into place.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's with it. Yeah, that's a
Just
22.
find that it's not.
That's a
Does
20.
it just turn it back off?
It's the sort of thing of because
It
it's
resets the puzzle.
one moment. I think actually what happens is, because this is sleight of hand rather than strength, you are not necessarily breaking anything. However, it's the equivalent of like when you wind a clock forward by actively grabbing the hands of the clock and pushing them ahead. So what happens is you get like a couple of seconds of sand that have gone through, and then you quickly turn it back over, and those sands fall through, and the ruby in the salamander's head stops glowing.
Oh, all right then. No, that was probably actually a good idea.
Can I get a perception check from people, please?
Yeah.
I'll give you a perception check for Biff. Let's go.
Okay, 16, 15. That's
Oh, she wouldn't know.
One of her better ones.
so, like Frankie and Biff are doing good.
I think it's a +2. Yeah. 16.
16. All right, so yeah. 16 from Foam, 11 from Tsugi. Tsugi, you don't really notice because you were busy watching what was with like the hourglass. However, Frankie, Biff, and Ms. Foam, you guys all notice that like the room seems a little bit hotter than before, and you mostly notice because it seems like that was a slightly more stark jump than before as well. It's not, yes, it has slowly increased. It has suddenly gone and gotten a fair chunk warmer.
Oh, I
in
don't
this
like
corridor.
that. I don't like that.
Not it's not outright uncomfortable yet, but it's the sort of thing where early summer days when you're stuck inside and there isn't really much of a breeze, just a little bit of stuffiness in the air.
I mean, that's uncomfortable for me as a player, and also for Frankie, who is, as I was gonna say, very, very fluffy.
All right,
There's a lot of like fur and fake fur going on there.
Well, I
Fun.
suppose that was something of an experiment.
Yes, I
So it didn't
suppose so.
change anything, right?
No.
It's harder.
Huh?
It's harder, but that's it.
I don't want to just keep turning the temperature up, but also I don't see any other particular option. What about the other salamander?
Should we
There's a
go in-
salamander?
Sorry, brain.
Land shark.
Land shark. Sorry, I don't. Sorry,
You
I mean
know land
the
shark?
land shark. I'm sorry, I don't know where that word came from. It's not a thing at all.
No.
I'm
Frankie technically actually said the right thing, but their brain didn't connect, so they were like, I don't know what that thing is.
Yeah, no, 100%. Frankie is, actually, you know what? Frankie is going to cover for the embarrassment of having clearly gotten something wrong, and just sort of dink the, ruby wand to the, jewel on the left, I guess, this time?
Again, the center jewel lights up and the
Ooh.
hourglass flips over.
Well,
Okay, I
How
do
much
not
sand is in
sleight
the
of
hourglass?
hand.
Is it like 5 minutes worth of like? Is it 30 seconds, 5 minutes, or like an hour?
It seems to be about something. From what you can kind of tell just from looking at it, it's gonna be like a minute, maybe slightly less.
Okay. Then yeah, flip that shit back over.
Oh, nat 20.
That's not a nat 20.
So something really good happens. I'm kidding.
All right. So again, are you just flipping this over again manually?
Yeah, maybe the room doesn't get much hotter because it was a nat 20. Like, he
You
caught
did
it
it
as
so
it was
fast.
flipping over.
No, again, because you've done this so quickly, again, it's that split second of the last second of sand passes back through again, and is that another jump of the room raising in temperature. It is now starting to get kind of uncomfortable here.
All right, let's not do that again. Are we
Use
sure
my
that-
land chart. Use my land chart. The one in the other room.
All right,
that
all
I
right.
found.
Just as a
There's
precaution,
another room?
just as a precaution, maybe next time do not flip the timer over again. Should this do the same thing? Purely because I wonder if directly interfering with the mechanism may be breaking it in some way and causing this.
You
This
calling
temperature
me
jump.
not careful? Excuse me. Excuse me. You're saying I'm not good at manipulating things so that they work in reverse but don't break? Is that what you're saying? He's now right up in Frankie's face. You think I'm not good at my job? You think I'm not good at what I do?
Yes, that about covers it.
So what is your armor class?
Oh no! I love how puzzle solving this gets. So I just need to check. She's a very squishy wizard. It's 11.
20.
You like the heat or what?
21.
Does a 21 beat your armor class?
Just a little bit. Just by a little bit. By 10 levels or so.
Yeah, he slaps you in the face. He noticeably does not hurt you. You lose no HP, but he slaps you in the face.
Oh,
And then he stalks back off.
Okay, see. Oh. See, no, the thing is, she's just going. No, see, the thing
You want to keep
is.
digging in your grave? Because I'm ready to go, buddy.
It's right. Okay, now I'm trying to work out ways to follow up this in character and also allow us to continue to progress. Okay, I think I don't think I have the brain cells to roleplay this, but this is sort of how it's gonna go out.
In the background, it's just like Lockie leans over to Dr. Boff and just goes like turn gold in the Tascanadian kid.
Okay, no, Frankie.
It sounded a lot better in my head when I could say anime kid, and I'm like, wait, nope, it's not how it works in Inkwell.
Good.
Okay, yeah, no, okay, this is what's gonna happen. Frankie is going to just be like, that is it, and throw the ruby thing just to one side, and she's going to follow Tsugi, and she is just going to, again, I don't really have the brain cells to properly roleplay this, but they are just going to have possibly just a screaming match. Just in this
Oh,
sense.
no. Dust cloud fight. Dust cloud fight.
Dust
Dust
cloud
cloud fight. Dust cloud fight. I
Because
won't
she
watch
is-
it, but dust cloud fight.
Nice.
Oh yeah, no, you could the stuff is definitely just sort of rolling up to Ms. Foam. It's just
Yeah,
rolling
no-
across the floor. You don't even have to roll to
I was
grab
like,
it.
his staff clatters onto the floor a little bit. It does not take any damage though.
Yeah, no.
Thank fucking God.
So these two are just having a fucking fight now, like physically. No, like unarmed, I think at least.
Yeah, and
So
again,
This is a
neither of
fight
them
for
are-
jokes. For
well,
jokes
let me
reasons.
actually clarify. Tsugi is actually in control of his fighting abilities enough. He is not harming the person who, in theory, might need those hit points later in any way during the entirety of the Dust Cloud fight.
Yeah, 100 similar situation. Frankie is not actively aiming to hurt you. This is more of a sort of a joint temper tantrum, I think.
Yes, very good.
Okay, yeah. So now we're doing that. We're doing that.
y'all go, I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there. If y'all go on and do that for too long, Biff is gonna start breaking shit. So.
No!
Miss Foam, please save us.
Fighting? I want to do some fighting.
Oh my
Turns
god!
around,
Not the
punches a
breaking
hole in the
shit.
wall. Like,
Fight! That's Lockie.
The fucking Miss Phone just shoots Lucky a look like she was just sitting there like, okay, I guess they're fighting. Just like arms folded, just in front of her, just watching them fight. As soon as Lucky just starts chanting, she's like, absolutely not, buddy. Listen.
Well,
I'm
I've
gonna
already.
say that wasn't in character. Biff turned around and punched a wall.
God damn it.
It's like Lockie's like, look, kid, I've already sort of well established my position on breaking shit, even if like whether it's walls or people's noses. Fight!
Please, Miss Foam, save us. Do something with puzzle. I don't know.
She doesn't know either. She's like, oh.
Hi, is there anything interesting behind the wall?
No, it's kind of just bricks. It's just
Oh.
bricks. You do
I'm just
punch.
gonna go
I was
to a
gonna say-
different wall and punch that one.
Yeah, okay, it's still just bricks. I will say.
Okay.
You thought A would reward you for
We're
your crimes?
so good at this. We're so good at
I will say,
D&D.
I was gonna say, with one of the walls that you punch through, it does look like it leads into another room. It's again one of those bedrooms that has all the dust sheets and everything over it.
Oh.
But you haven't got to the door, just a hole in the wall.
Well, we didn't get to the door. It's just a. We bypassed the door. I'm just gonna
preview.
do
Just gonna see if Dr. Boffin has anything to make this stop. Because I think at the moment he's kind of in the background going like, well, this is entertaining, but it's not getting us anywhere.
Biff rolled perception for the room.
I got a 1.
That was in that one.
It's a natural one.
Okay, so the thing is, because it's really, like, it's nice and light out in the corridor and it's absolutely pitch black in the room, you're fairly certain you've just punched a hole into the void.
Hey, we were talking about breaking things. Did I break the world?
Can I
Did you
look
what?
into the hole?
What did you do?
Yeah, if you want to look through the hole, go ahead.
Yeah, let me look into the hole. That's a 4. That's a
Yeah, no, that's definitely the
Right.
void. That's like, yeah, no, Biff has punched a hole into the void. Oh no, maybe this is where all the fire's coming from. or at least like where all the weird heat is. It's just black in there.
Just looks in, stares, just turns away like, don't touch that.
Biff is gonna pick up one of the glass display cases and put it over the hole that she just made.
Yeah.
Yep,
You see,
Like in front of.
yep, that's fair.
Just keep
It's
all the air
probably-
in and all the space out.
Mm-hmm.
God, I was gonna say it might be the one that was in front of the door, but you can't. It's connected. It is the door, right?
It is, well, depends. I
Hey.
don't know.
If it's the same mechanism. Oh, you said it's a different mechanism.
Like,
Mhm.
I was gonna say, if it's just like one of the random display cases, probably what's happened is you've taken one that was in front of technically a sealed up door. So now, good news, you've got a new door to break if you want. On
Yeah,
the
I was
other
gonna
hand-
say like it's the just whatever one is closest, which is probably the actual door to that room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
For this, God damn.
Biff doesn't notice that either. She rolled a natural one on her perception.
This one rolled a 4.
Oh boy. Yeah.
We are.
What was that? 22, Tsugi?
I'm sorry, 1 second, I'm choking.
That's okay.
I'm okay.
Oh no!
Are you okay?
Please take
Oh,
your
no.
time. Breathe.
Yeah. Please don't die.
I'm so sorry, something just went down the wrong pipe.
No, it's alright.
Yep. No, please. I would like for you to be breathing.
Yeah.
Yep, please.
That's so sweet. That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Mock. I'm
Mhm.
kidding. You've said many nice things to me. So that 22 was to stealth. Frankie,
Mhm.
you are currently fighting yourself in a dust-clad fight.
Do I get
However-
to challenge that? Do I get to challenge that as a thing? I
You're
just so
gonna-
you know, I have a -2 to perception. So like,
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll above my 22 in order to realize that.
So I don't think
Is that
you
physically
can roll-
possible?
No.
Like what? Like it's like is it? Would it just be a contest?
Even if you roll a nat 20, that will not beat the 22.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Frankie is
Oh, God.
literally, you know, like how cats, you sometimes get like cartoons of cats and they're like attacking their own tail, like that. That's
Oh
what
Yeah.
my
she's
god,
doing.
it's just
God.
chasing her tail, huh?
Yeah.
And what he's done is he has grabbed Tidbit Weird, because apparently Tidbit Weird is helping people, and dragged them over to whatever Biff has broken. He's not touching the display case.
Biff didn't
but he
break
is-
anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
He is gonna roll investigation, and he's also gonna like gesture to Tidbit like,
Those
you
bricks
wanna
on the
check
ground,
this
those
out.
were always there.
I got a 15.
A 15 to just drag Tidbit over there?
No, 15 to investigate what's behind the case, because he somehow has a feeling Biff isn't quite powerful enough
Okay,
to punch a hole into the void.
yeah, okay, the thing is, there's now a display case in the way, so, you can't actually get a look at it. On the other hand, though, 15 is enough that you can kind of have a bit of a listen, and you do not hear any, whooshing void noises, or the sound of anything being sucked into it. And Tib is just
You
like,
can look at the door, the actual door now.
Yeah.
The hole is covered, but there is like an actual door.
Okay, what do you want to do? I'm actually just gonna call pause for like 2 minutes, because I drank too much tea earlier, so I
Okay,
will be
cool.
right
That's
back.
totally
You
fine. That's
guys
good.
No
Fair.
valid.
argue amongst yourselves.
Fun.
Oh, that won't be hard.
We'll keep doing what we're doing then.
Yeah. Oh my god, we were so
Guys,
close.
I love this group.
We were so
Shout
close to
out to this group.
cooperating.
Just fucking.
We were cooperating and then immediately stopped doing that.
They've done a thumbs up to each other, and then they started fighting, and I thought about that thumbs up, and I was like, I love to do the box step, just 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Step back.
Yep.
Oh my
They did a thumbs up and then they started doing fucking thumb wrestling
God.
immediately.
Just immediately start fighting. They don't. But they don't actually take any steps towards each other or something. It's like miming it from across the room.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone who was like, Miss Foam, do something. As soon as you said it, her brain just broke. She's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
I mean,
Sorry guys, but again, if left on her own for long enough, Biff will just start breaking shit. If you've not given her like a different, like, if it's not stand still and watch this door, like, she will just start breaking shit.
just for fun, just for funsies.
I mean, I gave her the personality trait. I enjoy being strong and like breaking things. So yes,
So yes, it's good.
Yeah.
she just does it. She does this.
Okay,
I do
I know
this.
what I know what Frankie's gonna do when we come back anyway. So
Cool.
just
There, no fuck. She rolled that before. It'll be fine.
be fine.
Let me also just double check. Are we approaching the time that we need to be stopping for Kai?
Fairly soon, yes.
We got
We've got about
20
half an hour. We've got about half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm good to keep going.
Yeah, you guys woken up now that we're just having a spat.
Now that it's just pure
Violence.
shenanigans, I've got enough energy to just sit here and listen to you guys fuck about.
Yeah, Kai had a moment to.
I do
I had
want
a moment to rest while we all.
just tore each other's throats out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Guys just had a lovely break.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah,
having
Kai
a good
had
time
it.
here. Jay, did you steal my water bottle?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was talking and my mouth felt like it was full of clay, so I
Okay,
stole
fair
some.
No, that's fair. No, I was just wondering
You
how
wanna
good
get
I've
more
gone
water?
outside.
We're
Yeah,
still-
sorry.
Like kind of on break here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good to keep going if
Yeah.
you're still good to keep going.
In
I mean,
terms, sorry, go on.
Yeah, go. No, it's just, do you want to get more water for yourself? are you good now?
You know what? Actually, that's probably a good idea. I do have stuff to say when I come back. So
Yes.
1 sec.
Yeah, I'll also go to the bathroom real quick, but that's all I need to do.
Yeah, like everyone's just like very quick break until we've got everyone back.
Do I still have my knife? I have an orange here. Cut my orange.
I'm looking through the fucking spell lists of Tidbit and Boffin, and I'm just kind of going like, is there anything here that's going to be of any use? And if I do, is it worth wasting a spell slot on it just to make you guys quit with the fighting?
Oh, okay, to quit with the fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, well then.
Because
yeah, that's-
it's like I wish there needs to be a fucking spell that's just like amplify your voice as much as fucking possible.
it is. It's
Thaumaturgy.
thaumaturgy.
Oh yeah, I don't fucking have that though, do I?
Yeah, it's a cleric spell for it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all out of character, but I think Biff sees these two, or at least Boffin, as enough of an authority figure that she'd probably do what they ask her to do.
Yeah, but it's a matter of
So if you need someone to yell, like, shut up, or stop fighting, or physically pry two characters away from each other,
No, that is true,
that's an option.
Yeah, I think it's possibly going to get to that point. We'll see how long, like, if Frankie and Tsugi are going to keep fighting.
Yep. And I mean, I don't think this is surprising, but Biff has proficiency in intimidation.
Perfect.
Excellent. I mean, didn't Tsugi just peace out with the Dustful fight already?
basically. But also, there's every chance that Frankie's gonna go after him. Once she realizes that he's gone.
That's very true. I did not consider that. Well, I do not have a knife, so I'm gonna do other methods.
Do you have, like, fingernails? You got claws?
I have teeth,
That's a fair, yep.
Yep.
Munch.
and I also have pliers, but I'm not gonna use pliers.
Yeah, I don't think pliers are too helpful for opening an orange.
Pliers
though.
are probably not great for that.
Probably give it a go.
I'm back. I have my water. We all good?
I think
Snails.
Snail went
Okay.
for a moment, and now Liz is muted.
I'm back.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
cool.
Okay.
yeah, Liz can have that orange.
What is just chomping?
This
Into...
orange can be for later.
I was gonna say no, just chomp into the orange, peel and all.
You, Kai?
Yeah.
I was! And then I heard people coming back, and I was like, okay, it's for later.
Just chomp.
Well, presumably you weren't eating the peel, I imagine.
You would think. Yeah.
No, it's like
Peel.
Liz, you were getting in character. You were doing a bit of method acting because I can completely see Ms. Foam just swallowing an orange
Yeah.
whole.
Nah, save that for the... Save that for the shower. Do a shower orange.
Do a what orange?
Decadence.
Have a shower orange.
Shower orange. Bath orange is even better in my opinion.
There's a post somewhere someone's talking about the shower orange, right? I think, Jay, you were the one who, like, might have even posted that to the Goof Zone.
I think I posted it, and then it's something like that. It's just like the
I have not
decadence of
stopped
like
thinking about it.
just standing in a hot shower and also eating an orange, and it's great. Apparently,
It's great.
It sounds like something I would do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Every time I have an orange now, I'm like, maybe someday I'll bring this in the shower.
just have a shower orange.
Alright, anyway. So we've got Tsugi attempting to investigate the hole in the wall, but cannot, as there is a cabinet in the way, while also having dragged Tidbit over, who and Tidbit's just like, okay, what the fuck's going on now? Too much going on. Dr. Boffin's just standing there and watching it all going, should I maybe intervene? Ms. Foam is glaring at Lockie. Lockie's still going, fight. And Frankie
is currently
in a
chasing their tail.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Frankie is.
Biff is not looking at the hole in the wall.
There is no hole in the wall. What are you talking about?
No,
Exactly.
it's fine.
Those bricks were always on the floor. That cabinet was always right there in front of this spot where nothing has changed.
Are you sure that Tsugi doesn't notice that the door that's been revealed?
I think Tsugi does notice it, but also that wasn't what he was investigating.
That's fair.
In terms, while whatever is going on, investigation with the door or the hole in the wall or the hole does not exist is going on, Frankie is going to, at some point, when it is narratively funny, to come to their senses. She looks fucking feral, by the way. Like,
Excellent.
she's usually so fucking put together, but like,
Comes out of it on all fours.
yeah, genuinely,
Panting.
it's like just like
Growling.
hissing, and it's just like, you know, like her fur is like a complete mess. She's just like very pissed off, and she's just like, all right then, if you want something done properly, you do it yourself. And she's going to go and grab the staff with the ruby, and she is going to go into that other room, and she's just going to jab it at the
Nice.
the salamander.
Okay.
She is not making good decisions.
The small one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the small one in the fireplace. She is not making good decisions. She's not taking any precautions. She's just gonna go and poke a lizard.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Well, good news is nothing happens. Bad news is nothing happens, Frankie. Nothing's working.
Nothing's fucking working. No, she wouldn't swear. She's not allowed to say fuck. Okay, cool. She goes and hits the other one again. She just turns it on.
Okay.
I think so, pretty much. I mean, like the when I was trying to poke the fireplace lizard, the staff was like, it did have its like electricity and stuff, right?
Like it still it didn't warm up in the same way that it did
Okay.
around.
Oh no, you know what she's gonna do? She's going to march out to the big one, bonk it, and then she's gonna go and look at the one in the fireplace.
Okay, so once again, you bonk it on the head of the salamander in the corridor. The hourglass flips over and the timer starts. The stuff stays reasonably warm. Not warm enough to be, oh no, you can't hold this in the same way that it was when you touched it directly against salamander, but it stays a little bit warmer than it would be normally. You bring it into the room with the fireplace, and I'm guessing touch it again there.
I mean, has it
Or just-
changed? Has it changed at all? Has it like lit up? Has it?
It has not. It has not. However, you will notice that as you are bringing the stuff closer to this salamander, now it's starting to get even warmer.
Ah, okay, yeah. Then I poke the other salamander.
Congrats! The ruby on that salamander's head lights up.
Okay, great.
Anyone out in the corridor want to give me a real quick perception check?
Hell yeah.
You think this is healthy for her?
Absolutely not.
What was that roll? Is
Well,
that Miss Foam? Who the fuck? Okay.
No, mine was
Biff
that
rolled the
20.
nat 20.
Biff rolled a nat 20.
No, there's two nat 20s.
Tsugi and Biff both rolled nat 20s. Why now?
Yeah, okay. Tsugi, Biff, and Miss Foam with that 15 that is also still high enough. You guys notice that as you hear the tink of Frankie kind of going nuts in the sitting room fireplace, the ruby on the left-hand side, to the left of center of the corridor salamander, lights up. So now there are
Is
two.
that room to the left of the...
It is. I will tell you right now, but it's just a coincidence.
Oh man.
But yeah, you notice, so there are now two rubies on the main salamander's head that are lit up. The other one, the one to the right, however, is still dark.
Frankie is going to come storming out of the room and sort of like pushing that little bit of hair that she's got, that bit of mane out of her face. She's gonna look at the 3 jeweled salamander, see that it has lit up, and she is going to just be like, finally we're getting somewhere. And she is going to basically just walk over to see what you're all doing, because you're gathered around what was it, a hole in the wall?
There's no hole in the
There's not a
wall.
hole in the wall.
There's
There's a
just
cabinet
case, and there's
that
a
has
door.
been moved. There's nothing different about that spot. There's not a hole there into the void. Biff didn't break the world.
Oh, she's just gonna march over. It's like, have you found anything? We need another statue, another
There is
land
a
shark
door.
thing.
There's a door.
It hasn't been unlocked or anything, I think.
No.
I don't know if they've even tried.
Okay,
No.
I try it.
That's what Tibba is here for, man. Okay, I guess Frankie's doing it.
Yeah.
The door is locked.
Somebody unlock this, please.
Oh, no, Biff!
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Biff is looking hopeful.
Biff, darling, if you would.
Frankie's gone off the shits.
Give me athletics.
14.
14. Alright, that is enough to... This door takes some effort. It's a little bit wedged and stuck. It feels like this door has not been opened in a while, but you do, in fact, yank the door open. It doesn't come off its hinges, but it is now open.
I'll go in and look for a lizard. What do I need to do? Perception? Oh dear, this is gonna be
Biff holds the door open and gestures for Frankie to walk in like a professional doorman.
Thank you, my dear. Yeah, that's a 6. She's just sort of walking around, poking things with the stick.
All right.
It's just...
both Frankie and Tsugi find nothing but dust sheets. Ms. Foam, however, with that 15, you also find basically nothing but dust sheets. This looks to have been, if not another bedroom, then maybe another sitting room. However, it's dusty. There's not much to find in here. Biff, you also find fucking nothing.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you right now, good news is, this place doesn't open up as a void, and Ms. Foam, you do manage to notice that there does seem to be bricks and wall, plaster dust that have been knocked into this room, and you see a hole in the wall that has been blockaded by the back of one of the display cabinets.
I mean, I hope it's not the void. It'd be really tough to have 2 doors to the void here. That one goes to the void. This one's okay, though.
What?
Oh my god.
All right, nothing to steal. Let's look for another door.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I mean...
Yeah, no, cool, fair enough. It's the same person. Well, see, I did, well, here's the thing, with my investigation and poking around, I didn't find the other door last time.
Yeah, well, you found some places that look like they're probably doors behind the cabinets, but no cabinets that opened as doors like the first one did.
Okay, but where does this door come from? My brain.
It was just one of the ones that was behind a cabinet. It was the sort of thing where a cabinet had been placed in front in order to block the door, because you're not actually meant to be opening these doors.
Okay, I want to just... Can I do just a sort of a general
A
investigation
cabinet won't
for
stop
lizards?
this from opening a door.
I'm gonna. Can I use investigation? Because
Well,
I am looking for something very specific.
Investigation is more specifically trying to analyze clues. It's more trying to be like Sherlock Holmes as opposed to perception, which is looking around.
Well, I want to sleuth out the lizard. Can I Sherlock Holmes the location of the lizard?
You can look for clues for location. I
You know
guess.
what? That'll
Actually, no.
do.
Again, that's still looking for clues. Again, that would still be perception.
Okay,
And
fine.
you've already done a perception roll and you didn't
Frankie,
find shit.
Frankie, my beloved, you could help me make a perception roll, which would give me advantage. But it would require you getting over your ego.
I would also remind Tsugi, you also have already done your perception check for this room.
Damn it!
Oh no, not necessarily this room, but just sort of in general for
Other doors.
for other
different
locations of lizard for the door for the corridor.
Okay, again, you already know where the doors are on this corridor. You have 3 of them, which is actually no, sorry. There's only there's 4 rooms on the top floor. So you know where the 3 doors are. One of them you have already opened. That's
that one was supposed to be getting
You
into.
know where the other 2 doors for the other 2 rooms, not including the sitting room, are. Again, they are behind cabinets.
Oh,
in the same way that this one
okay.
is.
Sorry, my brain
Literally, yeah.
is just a
Very
bit
good.
mushed.
Literally just say the word and Biff will start moving cabinets. She just doesn't know those doors exist.
I mean, yeah, unless anybody's going to stop her.
No.
How much time is left on that timer?
Yeah.
I would say with the amount of time that you've spent marching around this room, desperately looking for a salamander and getting nowhere, the timer, you hear us clink, ding, And the hourglass is empty, and you feel the whole corridor gets just a little bit warmer. It does not seem to be as stark of a jump in terms of getting warmer as it has been in the past when Tsugi was forcing it around. But
That was Kai punishing us for hubris.
That's Kai punishing us for breaking their puzzle.
No, the thing is, I was not actually punishing you. I was going, okay, what is the logical conclusion of this thing gets used not once but twice? So
Okay, do we notice that? Do we get that for free?
I will get that one too.
Breaking it, Tsugi. Aren't you terrible at your job, Tsugi? Fine. Whatever.
Tsugi, I love you. Yeah, you did actively make things worse.
Yeah. Frankie is
He
going.
didn't break it, is the thing.
That's
That's
true.
what he was accused of.
Frankie is going
Not
to be.
making things worse. He was accused of breaking it.
Frankie is still going to be radiating smugness of just like, ha, I was right to tell you that you shouldn't do that, actually.
Like, breaking it does make things worse, but making things worse doesn't necessarily break it.
See.
Frankie is simply the most hinged of she-theys.
she's being very normal right now.
Normal and good.
Normal and good
healthy.
and totally calm and sane. I still want. I mean, yeah, like just checking the other rooms for salamanders.
Okay, I allow you to basically take 10 here, unless you actively feel like rolling.
I don't turn them on again. Frankie is keeping a very tight hold of the staff, by the way. So like, you couldn't sleight of hand it off her. She's actively paying attention. So
You could probably steal it off her with a strength contest.
oh yeah, you
but...
could probably like wrestle it off her. She's a wizard. She's not strong, but she's not prone to being deceived at this point.
Don't snap it with that grip.
Again, she's a wizard. She couldn't if she wanted to.
Sorry, the grandma energy of that.
Man, she's just tense, you know? She ain't for this vibe.
But yeah, Biff just starts moving cabinets out of the way.
Yep, okay. I'm gonna skip past the rolls here because this is very easily you find 3 more rooms. They are basically identical to the one that you've just looked in. Again, like, they are bedrooms, they are sitting rooms. One does seem to be like a little mini library, but everything's covered in dust sheets in the library while there are heaps of shelves. There's no actual books on any of the shelves. If you want, you find a candlestick that looks like it's made of, like, real silver.
Oh shit.
And if none of you guys pocket it, then Lockie will.
Dang it.
It was
Everybody
in the
visibly
library
sees
with the
Tsugi trying to pocket
candlestick.
it.
Sorry, I didn't
Now,
hear-
if nobody stops them, they'll still do it, but
Yeah.
everybody sees.
Yeah, so everyone sees. So is anyone going to bother stopping Tsugi from stealing the candlestick?
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
No. But yeah, mostly you just find rooms filled with dust and no sign of any more salamanders.
Well, there has to be another one somewhere.
Have we investigated the ceiling? This is a genuine question.
Oh, good point, actually.
No, you haven't.
How
Can we-
close is
Can
Biff
we
to the ceiling?
investigate the ceiling?
Roll me a perception check on the ceiling, I guess.
How close is Biff to the ceiling?
It's...
Ah, shoot. Sorry, that was my bad.
Please do
doesn't
not
count,
roll a
does it?
d29. I do not know
I
what...
didn't
see
mean
that
to. I'm
dice.
sorry. My finger legit slipped.
No, it's okay. Okay,
12.
Isn't... Alright, it's... I will say, Biff, if you reach your hand all the way up, it's still probably another 5 feet to the ceiling. This whole museum tends to, like, has reasonably high ceilings.
Alright, well, I'm close enough to see something.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Tsugi, with a 12, you do not really notice, like, the ceiling has got, like, all the little fancy designs and archways and, that sort of fancy stuff. You can maybe see some very shiny things. They're, like, the chandeliers look like they're probably nice and expensive. With that 19, Biff, you kind of peer around the chandeliers. You're tall enough that you can get a pretty good look. And you notice that they're just plain ceilings. It doesn't even look like there's going to be a hollow space. There's room for an attic up there. It's just fancy ceilings.
Okay, so there's
Okay.
no secret sparkly red glow. God damn it. I'm genuinely
Sure.
running out of ideas.
I'm going to say...
Should I burn a spell slot on this?
Yes.
I was going to say, do you guys want a hint?
Yes.
Okay, do we
Please.
have any other ideas? Is there any, because I like solving this stuff ourselves.
Yeah.
Is there any other ideas that we've got? Like, where else have we not looked?
Well, are there
Miss-
any other fireplaces?
No, not in the rooms that you've checked down this corridor.
What
we
about in
said-
another corridor?
Yeah, there were fireplaces back in the air corridor.
Would we be able to run from the air corridor to the fire corridor in time? I don't think so.
You know that if you are running, then yes, you reasonably could. But yeah, fireplaces in the air corridor, fireplaces in the water corridor. There weren't any in the atrium or main room or anything. So
I mean, they're not bound to be behind. Well, I suppose they might because they are salamanders.
I mean, hang on. Did you say the pedestal was the same height as the statue itself?
I said like you've got the pedestals around 2.5 feet high, and then you've got the this like the statue on top, which is again carved into the exact same piece of stone, which is another 2.5 feet.
Okay, can I investigate to see if the pedestal opens up to contain another salamander statue?
Yes, you can. Yes, you are welcome to roll for it.
Anybody want to help me so I get an advantage with
Yeah,
how my
Deep.
rolls have been going?
You've still got guidance, right?
No, I was,
Don't
yeah, I was
know
going
if
to-
Biff could help with this.
I was like,
reasonably.
are you still dragging Tidbit around?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Tidbit can kind of help you, like, peering around as well, going like, oh, well, I suppose we're having a look at this now.
Poor Tidbit.
I do have to say, I don't feel like we're really getting anywhere with this, though.
That's a 6.
That's, yeah.
That's a hint from the DM that this is not the answer.
I wonder if the location of basically being in the fireplace is meant to be. Well, it's something that salamanders are meant to be. They are creatures of fire. They like to live in hot places or places where there are a lot of fires. I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
I mean, we did literally make a joke earlier about like ovens. Is there one in like the kitchen in the oven?
Yeah.
I'm gonna, you know what?
Yeah, like I think Biff cooked you an omelet on the stove.
Yeah.
There's an
There
oven
is.
right below the stove.
Oh yeah, the oven with the salamander in it.
Jesus Christ.
The oven did not have
Sorry,
a
the
salamander
oven with
in
the
it.
land shark in it.
The land
Wait.
shark.
Wait, Kai, are you saying that's the answer?
I said that the oven did not have a salamander in it.
Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to check.
I just want to say,
like,
it didn't have a salamander in it.
No, I mean, I was waiting. It's like you don't need to say that. I was just waiting for it. Said Frankie is going to go is going to walk. She's not going to tell anybody this, by the way. She's just going to walk off and like back down the earth corridor and have a look at trying to investigate the oven. Okay.
Biff is gonna smack Tsugi on the back of the head.
I think Tsugi is hacked off enough. He's gonna like say, Tidbit, you better follow them, and then he's just gonna stay in the fire corridor because he's not really feeling like he's on speaking terms with Frankie right now.
No, they're having a sulk.
Biff is gonna smack Tsugi in the back of the head.
I thought
Smack.
you patted him on the back of the head.
No,
Why?
because you made Frankie sad.
Oh, I made Frankie sad. Have you considered that maybe Frankie made me sad by accusing me of stuff?
Well, I think I think that we are all in some very stressed out situations at the moment, so it's probably best if maybe we should all just take a deep breath in and then breathe out. It will be okay. Okay, it's like I think
You did the opposite, if that wasn't clear.
Cooperation might be get us a little bit further with all this. Again, we are not having a very good time here, but I do not think that anyone over here wants to die.
Oh, you aren't sure about that?
Just a maybe. I'm just trying to think ahead. Maybe. What was those two rolls for?
I rolled to investigate the oven, got 6, and then because I've got Tidbit with me, I rolled again.
Okay, with the 15. It's enough. You... With the 15, yeah, like, Tidbit's just kind of, I will say, technically...
Basically, I got Tidbit to do it for me.
Yeah. Again, you should have actually gotten Tidbit to do it for you, because Tidbit has a +8.
Oh, okay. No, that's
I've been
fair.
trying to do when I was dragging Tidbit around. I guess I didn't explain it clear enough.
No, again, like, you got him to help you rather than just having a look himself.
That's fair.
So
So it
like,
does 15.
Yeah, you have a look at the oven, and you have a good look around the oven, and it does, like... You do not notice anything strange about the oven itself. However, you do notice that there is a thin crack in the wall right behind the oven, and a thin crack in the floor, like, around it. So it's a sort of like it makes like a little archway and then a semicircle on the floor.
Oh, like a rotating thingy. You could
Not necessarily not necessarily rotating, but it looks like perhaps this isn't the same as the rest of the wall / floor.
Just want to say the stovetop is clean. Biff cleaned it
Thank you,
after
Biff.
using it.
It's greatly
Aw.
appreciated.
She's great. I love her. Yeah, that Frankie is just going to turn to Tidbit, who was the person who, like... Does she know that Tidbit was the person who found the...
No, because
This one?
Sugi yelled it out that look what I found.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's not going to go and ask Tsugi for help. Oh, no. But she does know that Tidbit was... She could probably remember that Tidbit was with Tsugi. She is just she will say something along the lines of, like, did you happen to see what he found when opening that bookcase? This looks like another one.
Yes, there seemed to be it was a hidden lock that was, like, right on the side, almost tucked behind the case. It took a little bit of finding, but it's a sort of, it was a bit of a little secret mechanism kind of thing.
Alright then, I suppose we best get looking. So, we're gonna look for that, gonna look for some way to move the thing.
Okay.
Make Tidbit do it.
Yeah, Tidbit's gonna do...
Make Tidbit do it!
Yep, alright.
I literally said.
Yeah.
Tidbit only got a 10. I think he's kind of feeling rather harried at the moment,
Yeah.
especially as, like, he kind of got shoved down to go follow.
Especially as he's being harried by Frankie.
Yeah, so he's, the good mood that he had before after doing the notes, that's gone. It's back to just like, oh god, kind of exasperated. What's going on here?
I feel very sad.
I will say with the roles that both Tidbit and Frankie got, we're kind of stuck down here for a while, long enough that, how are the rest of you doing in the uncomfortably warm corridor up above?
I mean, like,
Being uncomfortable
Yeah,
with the heat.
like, Lockie is fanning himself with his hat.
Tsugi,
Uncomfortable
it's
with the
fine.
heat and the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's all bad.
Tsugi is great.
Biff has taken off her little vest. She's got the suspenders on underneath.
Aww.
Mm-mm.
Good little jacket. I mean, if, depending, I was just gonna send Tidbit as a runner to, like, go and
Yeah,
get
you can.
somebody.
That's
I was
not
going to
NPCs.
send Tidbit as a runner to go and get somebody who has who can also do an investigation thing.
You're just
She
gonna
doesn't
brute
say-
force this
yeah,
by
she-
making
she
as
d-
many people look at the door as the oven as
Pretty
possible.
much. I mean, again, she's not really in a headspace for thinking creatively.
Okay, so Tidbit comes tracking back up and says, he's not running. He's like, okay, we don't seem to be on a timer here, but he's going at a decent pace. He's not running. He's
an assistant. He knows how to speed walk.
He's
Yeah.
also a very squishy wizard, and he doesn't have the greatest constitution, so he's like, Miss Frankie said that, well, we found something. There seems to be the actual area around the wall and the floor around the oven doesn't seem to be connected to the rest, so we found something that might be going on. We could maybe do with an extra set of eyes if anyone else wants to come down. We're not really getting anywhere.
I can come down.
Yeah,
Thank
Biff
you.
is gonna also go just to get out of this room.
Just to
Out of the
move,
heat.
just to walk.
No, not the heat.
Just to leave.
I will say, Miss Foam, can you roll an insight real quick?
Yeah. What's your insight, Miss Foam? Okay. That's
Okay,
14.
yeah. A 13 is just high enough because Tidbit is not trying to hide this, but like there is like a flicker of relief on his face when you're the first person to say that you'll come because you're the only sane person that like Dr. Weird currently respects in this place. Like he did
Nice.
he vaguely respected Frankie before because she seemed rational, but then after all this is going on, it's just like, okay, the bush is the smart one, the bush is the smart one.
It's another talent of assistance. You get to see who is the holder of the brain cell, and you gravitate towards them and you hide.
I hope he ruled out Biff early on.
Oh, absolutely. I think Biff has respect in that get stuff done is more or less, is reasonably nice. It does not cause too many problems.
Nice.
But also, it is not necessarily the greatest, like, pillar of sanity in this place.
No.
Alright, so you guys can head back downstairs. Buffin and Tsugi, Buffin just kind of like looks over at Tsugi and like, so, would you like to learn about lightning rods?
Oh my god.
And then we cut back to the kitchen. I actually think this is a good point to end the session, if that's alright with you guys. And we will get back to the mystery of the oven.
God, we are solving these puzzles.
We are solving these puzzles!
Bit by fucking bit.
Tidbit by
let us
fucking
roll-
tidbit.
Leave the stuff that we're good at, then maybe we could do something.
If only. If only.
Anyway, I think this has been probably the least productive session
Oh
of
God,
the Odyssey
yeah.
so far.
We tried
Sometimes.
so hard.
Like, at least session 2, which was you got halfway down a corridor, is you did actually find some clues and bits and pieces that would be helpful. What you've managed to do here is you've gotten to a corridor, you've gotten a stick, and you found a second salamander.
That's
Biff rolled a couple of good perception checks in there, I
That is
just want
true.
to say.
Biff's done well this session, but we haven't really gotten. I love you all. I love you all so much. A+ characterization during all of this.
maybe the other salamander thing being in another part of this very segmented dungeon.
It is a very segmented
Throw
dungeon.
us off a little.
Maybe a little bit, which is why I gave you the hint of, I wonder if it had anything to do with fireplaces being hot.
Listen. I didn't want to have to go and check all of the individual fireplaces, and I forgot that ovens existed.
Yeah. Also, for anyone that's listening to a bunch of these things at once instead of in the 2-weekly break that we've got with all of them, I don't know if any of you remember, but I did say, I think actually just last episode, that there was still 2 mysteries in the Earth corridor to get through. You found one of them. That means
Oh,
there's
I
still
forgot
a
about
mystery
that.
in the Earth corridor that you haven't found
2 weeks
yet.
ago!
Is it the salamander?
Yes!
Wow.
Damn.
I'm leaving
Sometimes
now,
you-
goodbye! End of
Thank you for
episode!
watching.
Thank you for
Bye.
listening.
Thank you for watching the
Bye.
show. Bye.
Oh.